Formula 1 racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. There we go, all the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is it going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? Let's go! Away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling. Oh no, Timo, cancel the first or in distraction zone. I tried to mount up another overtake on 1v3 trademark. This is Ryan 3
and Timo are oh, it's not bad. Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
So what are we gonna put up to so they can stand at the back together again? Just like Timo likes it.
how many times did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Yes, this is SLR Tier 3, back again on a Thursday night. We bring it to you live on EGL, your ultimate racing channel. Tonight, with me in the commentary box, I have a very special friend doing his comms for a change with me, in the form of a Tier 1 driver, Mr. Iceman. How are you, sir?
Great, thanks. Good to be here, back with you again, Wims. I was just thinking about it. When was the last time we actually did this? Like Japan last season or something like that?
Quite a while ago. Yeah. But it's good to be back, man. And we are gonna have some fun. Tell us why,
yes.
Ice. Tell us why.
Yes, I have just some information from our local weatherman. Dry quali, but heavy rain in the race. So,
ooh, interesting.
A bit of a block in the quali there, but yeah. So it should be a rather interesting race.
Yeah. Firstly, before we go any further, let us know in chat, how do you find our audio levels and game sound? The game sound might be slightly a bit too loud. Let us know. I think it is a bit too loud. So go on board. I think it is a little bit too loud. Let's go one down. I can actually almost not hear myself there. Let us know in chat, is that too low, is it too loud? Let us know please, so we can continue and give you
Sounds
guys...
okay to me when I had a listen to it myself, so I think
Alrighty,
we're okay.
well, while we are looking at some of the guys putting their first lap times out there in the first round, let's have a look at our current championship standings, guys. See what do we have here, and look who is in the championship lead at this very moment. Mr. JQR on 133 points, with only 5 points adrift from him in P2 Motocrosser. And then of course the previous front runner in the championship, Grosjean, now in third place on what is the 116 points. So I think we're up for a good. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So it's alright, Wimps. But what's interesting about these guys is that JQR and Gross Jeans both have picked up some wins this season, but Motocrosser actually hasn't even won a race. That's maybe
but just
not
once
the
again,
word I wanted to choose, but whatever.
Yeah, but just shows you how consistently he is to be able to be upright there in P2 for the championship. But let's go cross back live to the action. I'm sure the guys are dying to see what's happening on track.
Have a 3.6 on pole at the moment from X Crystals, which is pretty good time.
I'm currently on board with Terra, by the looks of it, he's going on to his in-lap. He set a lap time, did he?
No, he did invalidated it first.
Yeah, he's red, so he must have invalidated. Speaking of invalidations, that's also another big issue on this track, man. The track limits. It's very, very easy to get away here with a 30-second time penalty at the end of the race with all the track limits, if you get that far without being disqualified, though, of course.
Yesterday in practice I got 12 seconds in 10 laps, which I suppose is some sort of a record even for me. But we'll see what the guys do. I think it'll be a little bit more difficult to pick up penalties with the rain in the race, so we'll see.
Alright, so one thing we haven't...
JQR coming, by the way, on his lap here, so let's see what he says.
Okay, you take us through the lap, man. Let me get on to JQR, yeah.
JQR actually already out of the final corner across the line in just a few seconds, and it's a 4 flat for him into this very, very even mix of drivers.
I must say, I was impressed with some of the tier 4 guys' qualifying times last night. We've seen, I think, the top 5 or 6 were all in the 103s. Low 103s I'm talking. I think it was 103.3, 103.4ish, runabout there if I can remember, which was kind of a surprise for me, because that's the type of times I was looking forward to seeing tier 2, to be honest. But I mean, I've done some laps with you guys in the week, some practice laps, and he's managed to do some 102s.
Oh, Darrow spins into the pit lane actually. Wow, that was an interesting pit entry from him. But yeah, I was following him there.
Alright, but what is interesting, Alice, is Crystals. One of the reserves joining us tonight on track. Speaking of reserves, Crystals is one of the reserves coming from tier 4, joining us tonight, and he's actually in P1 at the moment, pole position for now. Our other reserves joining us is Granat Koran. I'm looking forward to see what that guy can deliver. I haven't seen him race yet, to be honest. I heard about him from some other admins, and it sounded pretty promising. So let's see what he can come up with today.
He's on a lap actually right now.
Let's see.
So
Follow him around. Here we go.
Follow him around. He's a 10th up in sector 1 on his personal best. Approaching the middle section of the track, turn 6 ahead of him. He gets it in pretty nicely, and then early on power into 7. Just throw the car in and early on power once again. And I kind of missed what the split was, but I think he's up because that track looks green.
Beautiful turn in there on the second last corner, going through the last corner, takes as much curb as he possibly can and run it wide onto the edge. DR is wide open and he goes for pole position. 103.5. I'm not going to argue with that one to you guys. You were one of the guys that won us. No comment.
No.
But it's still a reasonable time. That is a possible, proper, cute qualifying pole position time for tier 3, to be honest. I mean,
we still have a bunch of people who haven't really set like a proper lap, like Motocrosser, for example, 4.5, which isn't really representative of his pace, I think. Terror is on a lap, by the 18th. He hasn't set a time yet. 44.5 into the middle sector. Let's see. I'm not quite sure what that actually means. It's loose for him in the turn 8 there. Then just the final 2 corners to go. Gets it in pretty nicely. And maybe it's actually not loose, it's just lag because Terry is racing from the US, I think. And he goes 4th.
P4. Oh, that's a really good time, 1:03.7. That's about equal to my best time in qualifying. That's about the best I would be able to do if I do it cleanly. Mr. Danico, welcome, sir. Oh, I see what's happening with Mr. Danico. He's just making himself visible on chat. Good to know. Also, I see there's a lot of
And
chat
he's
going on.
got,
Welcome,
I
everybody.
think
Sunny,
Danny-
Flesh, everybody, welcome. We are gonna try and entertain you, myself and Ice, tonight with this splendid race awaiting us, which will be a full wet race. So sit back, relax, take a brook lax, and enjoy the show.
Was about to say it just to warn everybody in chat. I think that tool icon next to Danico's name means that he's an admin in the chat now.
Yeah.
So beware.
Who else is on a lap?
Oh,
Motocrosser.
Motocrosser,
Wow,
three.
what a lap time. That is quick, man. 1:03.3.
Yeah, and that's more like it.
That's
for me.
way out of my range. I would not be
let's
able to
see,
do a lap time like that.
Darrow 5G also on a lap. He's yet to set a time on the board. He's a few tenths off the best times in this qualifying session, but let's see what he can do. Final corner and then just a charge toward the line, DRS open, and he does a 4.3.
I've noticed, I don't know if you've seen the same, but on the last corner, a lot of the guys, they're very, I would say, not nervous, maybe the word, but they're very careful not to run the car out too wide, because you get such an easy lap invalidation on that very last corner if you run it just a slight bit too wide. So they all very, how can I say, they're very careful with that corner. But of course it's the second run though. We'll see what's going to happen with the last runs when all the drivers will put everything in there and throw the cars around like they should, and see who comes out on top. But at the moment we have Moto P1 with Granat, our Tier 4 reserve in P2.
Yeah, Giannis Correa is also on a lap here. He has also yet to set a time on the board. XTXB, who will not set a time in this qualifying because he has a qualifying ban for this race. 44.5 for Giannis Correa into the second sector, so he should be somewhere in this very, very close battle for the midfield.
Yeah, everybody's in the pits. JQR, by the looks of it, is on a lap championship leader with 133 points, I think, on the board. Goes over the line, or does he start the line now? He just started, sorry, correction. So he starts his lap going wide on the enter of the corner, takes as much as possible curb, and easy and early on the throttle to get maximum top speed down this long straight. Making sure not to outbrake yourself into this hairpin. Very, very easy to do that, but beautifully taken by JQR. Nice and tight. Didn't take too much curb to get too much wheel spin and lose traction. Comes down to this back part of the track.
Over a tenth up on his time as well.
Yeah, he tries to go as wide as he can into the corner and use all the track possibly he can on the exit, and brings it back quickly onto the curb. This is a very tricky left-hander. You can easily lose it on that curb if you're too aggressive on the throttle.
3 tenths up.
Yeah, he is going for it, but that will not put him on pole position by the looks of it. It should put him around about P6 or 7. I think he's going to split the two Mercedes.
Corner and then just a charge to the line, and let's see what JQR can do. It's a 3.3, so that's a very, very good final
He had
sector
a
from
very
him.
good final sector. Well done, dude. That's beautifully done.
Second. I did not expect that. Not based on the what we saw earlier in the laps, and Giannis Correa has the pit, so he's invalidated. And who else can we pick? Keyboard Magnussen, I think, has also invalidated his lap.
Doesn't show red for me though, but he's definitely not on a lap. No, he's cruising. I think he's on an out lap.
Maybe he's on an out lap, yeah.
He's still got 100% ERS, so he's definitely on an out lap. See what he can
And
do on that.
Ocean Chief behind him as well, starting a lap, I think.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Let's see what the old man's up to.
Yeah, and 4.9 isn't really. I've seen Chief do a 3 on this track, I think, so.
He definitely
Let's
can do
see.
a 103. I've seen him done it.
Yeah.
Probably just had a bad run. Goes nice and wide on the entrance of that turn 1. It's a very tricky turn 1, man. It's a make or break corner for the rest of your lap, to be honest.
And he's 3/10 up, so looking good for Chief.
Oh,
there's,
keyboard loses it.
Yeah. Spectacular spin there in the hairpin of turn 3, I think it is.
Yeah.
For some reason they count the
That
small
slide-
kink on
yeah,
the
that kink
second
is a
straight
turn.
as a turn.
Yeah,
But,
so
yeah.
stupid, but anyway. Anyway,
That's
Chief
Chief.
looking good.
Approaching sector 2 split, let's see what the clock thinks of this lap, and it's a 6/10 up, 7/10 up.
Are we looking at a 103? Or will it be a
Yeah,
low
if we can hook up
104?
the final part here.
See how wide he goes onto this curb. Oh, he makes almost full use of it and throws the car in. Nicely done. Oh, he slightly
Good.
misses the apex on the very last corner. I would say there's about a 10.5 in there.
Should.
But makes it the 104.1.
14th for 2.
Jeez, this is a very, very fast tier 3 grid, man. I must be honest,
And look,
this is a
look
very
at
fast tier
how
3.
close it is there, like from 10th to, well, all the way down to 18, well, 17th pretty much. Just
Very, very close
like
grid.
4/10.
But look at
Enough
it, top
grid test.
5. Only 3, oh, top 6 actually, top 7. The top 7 is
Yep.
only 4/10 apart, man. That is crazy. We're gonna
Janis
have
Korea's on a lap as
great
well.
race.
He's yet to set a time at all. 15.9 into the first sector, which is pretty good, I think. Let's see what he can do into the second. So also looking to get into this very, very even midfield. But yeah, as you said, it's not a given to get points in this tier anymore either. It's a lot of fast people here.
Yeah, Sunny says JQR can go tier 2 already. Only Ocean Chief can answer you on that one, man. I'm not gonna get involved.
44.4 for Giannis Correa, so he's very much looking to go somewhere in there around P10, I think, with this lap, if he can just get this final part correctly and 2 final corners. A little bit hesitant into the final corner. DRS open, and let's see what it is. It's a 3.6 all the way up to P7.
That is a
Wow.
really, really good time. Better than my best.
Yeah, it looked a bit tame in the final sector, but it was fast, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this grid is making me nervous, man, because more than half of this grid already went faster than my best time. So I'm being nervous already for
This
tier
is
2
where you
tomorrow.
want to come to?
I would rather come and die here, man. No, I don't know. If this is what tier 3 is delivering tonight, what is awaiting tier 2 tomorrow night? Oh my word. Well,
On a lap here, but he's
oh,
not
Giannis
improving, I
Koreas
think.
loses it on the exit of turn
Oh.
what is it, 5.
And it's in lap as well.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to get out of the
Everybody
way
else
of
on
other
the
cars,
lap.
I guess. Oh, and yeah, I wonder.
Emmer is on the lap, is he? Oh no, he's on the
No,
RS.
he didn't improve there, but I mean, Hammer is doing pretty well. He was saying he's gonna struggle today. He hasn't really had any practice, but he's up in P5.
Exactly, that is a really, really good time, man. I mean, where did his pace come from so suddenly? Damn. Well done to him. He's been pushing hard. He's all of a sudden he's just gone right up there from the middle of the pack, and he's right up there involved with the top runners. It's good to see him, man. It's good to see
They're
him. up there.
basically the
It's-
final runs that were. Oh,
It's
Keyboard
been a
actually
long
validates
time
his
coming.
run. And trying to see. So the clock isn't actually running out yet. I think there's about 50 more seconds than that because of this spectator bug. But we don't actually see the real time on the clock.
Well, to be I'm looking at P on the pole position time to the very slowest time, and that's almost about 1 second
Yeah.
difference from P1 to P19. Only 1 second in the whole grid, which is good. I mean, it's a short track, obviously. You've got to find every possible tiny bit of tenth you can to get a good lap time. You know, the
JQR
smallest mistake
starting
will put
his
you right
final
at the
run.
back. JQR, let's follow JQR and see if he can
He's
bring a pole
7
position.
1,000ths of a second up in sector 1.
Alright, let's see what he can do. Championship leader going full out to Motocrosser. Will Motocrosser be looking at taking his first ever win in Tier 3 tonight?
Pretoria is saying in chat that this field is surprisingly spread for a short track like this, but yeah, I guess he's sort of right. But if you look at from first to 14th, it's only about 6/10. And you guys know how easy it is to invalidate on this track.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful
this
second corner, last
right.
corner. That was beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful last corner. Oh,
No,
and he invalidates
no.
it. Did he? Did he invalidate?
Yes, he did
I saw it
invalidate that.
turned red.
Just
What would
going a
have
tiny
been?
bit wide.
Oh, he was even on his time anyway. Damn, it looked so good the second last corner. He did a brilliant job, and then that's that very
Motocrosser across the line, and it's improvement for him.
wow, almost a tenth, half a tenth.
3.2, that
on the
is
lap?
not too bad.
No one else on the lap. That is your qualifying session for Tier 3 in Austria.
Just about the two people we expect to see at the front there, Moto and JQR.
Yeah. And I'm glad there's some other guys around them as well that would keep some pressure on the two of them to keep the championship alive between the three of them. But where is Mr. Grosjean? He is driving as Matthias today, isn't he? That's correct. P10.
And P10. But yeah, as I mentioned, the gaps are very, very close because it's less than half a second from P10 to pole.
Yeah.
Which is kind of to be expected on this track because the lap is only a little bit over a minute long. But yeah.
Is Chief still on the lap? I don't know what's happening here.
I think it's just Flaw who needs to retire and this session would end. Yeah, so Flaw needs to retire and then this session should end, but I guess we'll just wait a few seconds and it'll end anyway.
Oh, Mr. Pretorius, I see another tool icon in chat. That's good to see you guys all around. Yeah, so
everybody gets a ban.
yeah, it's good to see the moderators in action for a change. But anyway, to get back to the race, for those who didn't or haven't heard of the the race yet, we are looking at a full-on wet race.
A heavy rain is forecast in the race, so
thank you,
we'll
Steven, for the
out.
feedback. 20 minutes rain. Okay, thanks.
Pretorius saying in chat that so he can mute people like JQR and me.
Good luck. You can mute him in chat, but you ain't gonna mute him with me in lobby.
Yeah, I can keep yelling here at the mic. So.
Oh yes. Alrighty. So let us know in chat who do you guys think is gonna win this race. This is wide open. I reckon anybody anybody basically on the grid can win this one.
I'm gonna say Motocrosser for his first win of the season, but let's see.
You know what? Let me see. I don't know. X-Crystals, he's a fast guy, but he's I don't think his consistency will take it through, to be honest. Nothing against him, but I've seen what happens with him during races. So yeah, if he can keep it together, though, I'm sure he will definitely get a podium, Crystals. But he's definitely got the pace, though. But I would say I would go for JQR. I think JQR can pull it off.
Right. One guy who is always surprise ready is Terror Incognita down in P9. I think he's very, very good in the rain. So smooth driver. So we'll see what he can do. And it's not raining at the start at least. So did I get misinformation, or is it gonna rain later in the race?
Someone said on chat about something about rain 20 minutes or something.
Okay, so then maybe I misunderstood. Okay, it's a dry start anyway. So later in the race we're gonna see some rain.
Yeah,
I guess. Nice hype for nothing.
Well, we'll see where this is going. I'm going with JQR. Ice is going with Motocrosser. What do you guys think on chat? Let us know who will win this race today. It's a good track. It's personally my favorite track on the calendar, and I think there's a lot of other drivers out there that would agree with me on that one, being their favorite or one of their favorites at least. But it's a beautiful track, yeah, and it's a nice track to drive, nice and short, very flowing. It's just those track limits. It's very, very tough. Right.
Something I also wanted to mention is that it's sort of a driver favorite, but some people don't like it as much because you have like 3 DRS zones in a row, so you can just sort of ride in that DRS train if you like. But yeah, generally I think it's a driver favorite, this track.
Yeah.
So some people choosing to start on the mediums outside top 10, of course. So I wonder if those are gonna get them to the rain.
I thought
we'll
it
have
was
to
a
see,
wet
I guess.
start, but no, see, it's a dry start. So this is going to shuffle things up. It's all about the crossover from the dry to the wet tire. Will it be inters? Will it be wets? It's probably the
Soon will it
choice that
come.
will make or break what would be a good position for points for yourself as a driver. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We all know Jeff. He says rain intimate, and it never just never comes. Like he did with me last week in France. I had to drive right through the rain on dries because he kept on telling me rain intimate, and when it came, it said this rain won't be around with us long. So I didn't go into the pits. I gambled, and instead everybody around me went into the pits. I never got the DRS disabled sign. It was just a nightmare of a race. I don't want to go back there.
Some people actually made that work, like Timo last week, who did not pit for inters at all. So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have some information from our weatherman, Flash River, saying rain in 10 to 15 minutes.
Thank you, Mr.
Gonna
Flash.
be heavy rain.
We appreciate your cooperation. Keep up the good work, and you will get a salary increase in the form
I'll let you take the start away, Wimps. So I'll have a look somewhere in the middle.
Alright, boss, we'll do that. I haven't done the start in a while. Beautiful camera angle.
It's about time.
Let's see if I still know how to do this.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Alright, well, let's wait for the 5 lights to go out. We'll wait 5 seconds and then it goes. Here we go. Can we get a good camera angle? We'll stick with that. We got 5 lights. It's stugging, it's bugging out. It's lights out, and will we go? Away we go! They are off. JQR got a lot of wheel spin there. Motocrosser with a nice start in on the outside of turn 1. There's a lot of late braking and lots of wings flying from a McLaren at the back. Is that futuristic?
So many.
You went into the back of a Racing Point, sorry, pink car I saw.
Yeah, there was all sorts of brawling going on at the back of the field, and I'm sure some people are missing a bunch of their wings now.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay on the action where the action is on the hip and see if we get some good action there. But let's see if I can try and get oh, it's probably too far back already. Yeah, it's 37 seconds. I've missed my replay window. See if I can find some action.
Trying to see, actually, surprisingly many people got away with it. I'm sure I saw some paces of wing flying. I think.
Yeah, it was a McLaren or Futuristic.
Yeah, Futuristic has damage.
He definitely hit the pink car of. I think it was Hammer.
Yeah, and Futuristic in real trouble here with that wing damage. He's getting swamped by Terror and no threats. Terror actually making his way up to P10, so Terror's not had a best of start either.
Flaw's also missing a front right in plate. No. He's also got some serious wing damage, so not the best start for Flaw, and Futuristic, of course. Trying to see who's missing some front wings. Is that Ferrari running without an in plate? Oh no, he's still got it. I see an Alfa Romeo. Did I just see an Alfa Romeo as well? It's difficult to see the camera angles.
Yeah, Futuristic for mediums, and he's probably gonna try to hang out until the rain with those.
As we get some action on the hairpin in this Alfa Romeo. Oh, I missed that one. Oh, there's a lot of chain reaction going on in the hairpin there. People bumping into each other. But look at in front of Bowman going for a move on Bowman. Bowman hanging on the inside. Fonoquay going for around the outside. Will he make it stick? No, Bowman's very, very late on the brakes. I mean, in Fonoquay. Correction. Or is that Bowman? I'm so confused at the moment. Everything's just swapping around.
Bowman, yeah.
It's Bowman.
Yeah,
but lots of action going on at the back. Can you believe this is for P18, 17? That all this is happening at the back?
And Hammer is going into the pit lane. Hammer has damage as well. And oh no, they crashed with Flaw. No. That was so clumsy from Flaw. I think he didn't realize that Hammer is pitting. Hammer did the right thing. He chose went between the white lines for the pit.
Yeah, as Daru goes for a move on the inside of Flaw towards turn 1. Makes it stick and goes at
Flaw.
Takes the position for P11. Sorry, P10.
Flaw's wing is completely gone.
But look at the 2 Red Bulls making contact. What's happening there? Oh, it's Ocean Tube and Flaw. What is happening?
Flaw doesn't really need to fight this.
No wing left in the front. He's only got the 2 flaps hanging around there, but both his in plates left and right gone. And he's keeping back his teammate. What is going on here? Christian Horner, please speak to your drivers.
not.
As we have a McLaren on the inside of Ocean Chief looking to go around the outside. Bonjon, Floor again struggling to get that Red Bull through the corners. I just don't understand why he's not letting his teammate through. Now he lets him through. Will he? Yeah, he lets him through. Still trying, kind of like wanting to fight him, but he lets him go. Oh, there's an inside move on Radios. On the inside of Bonjon. Where is that now?
There's a lot of contact there.
Oh
I see
my
people
word, what is happening? What is happening? We have Floor in the pits. Who else pitted
flying.
there?
And the Yarn as well, his wing is completely gone.
But so much action at the back, what is going on?
Yeah, it's they're like fighting for P1 there.
Yeah, now
this is for 15th or something.
Yeah, now we with P2, 3 and 4. Where's Crystals? Oh, he's P5, so we got a whole chain from P2 to P5 here. 4-car pileup. Good racing going on here as well. Also the reserve of Granat Koran. I'm looking forward to see what he can do today. As Formula Chris says, Terror definitely for podium. I truly believe in that one.
Radius and Bowman still fighting at the back, so and a little bit of contact again between them. I think there's gonna be some work for the FIA once again after this race. So much contact there at the back, and Bowman makes a mistake. He's gonna get passed by both of these guys. Inferno also makes a move on Bowman.
Oh, XTXP running very close to the back of Bowman's gearbox.
And Bowman has damage, that's why he's struggling so hard. I see he's missing an end plate on the left-hand side.
To be honest, I think these guys are racing way too hard. So early in the race, as he almost goes into the back of that Alpha. I'm sure there's a rule out there that if you go into the pit lane of Austria, you need to stay within the white lines early. You cannot cross like that Alpha
like
just did. Like the real F1, you need to decide you're going into the pits before you get to that line.
I think
with the second lost corner.
I think the problem for Bowman there was that he tried to go in but ended up wide because he was missing so much of his front wing.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just one thing that we need to I think, bring under the attention of some of the drivers, especially the new ones. They have to make a decision early before as they approach the second last corner. They need to be on the inside if they know they're going to the pits to avoid that unnecessary contact that we have seen now so many times already. Drivers wanting to pit, but they're on the outside. They want to dive into the pits last minute and then cause contact because of another guy wanting to pass him on the inside. Yeah.
Inferno almost into the gravel trap there. Down in P13. He was right on the back of Radios there, but now he's dropped second. He's going to be under pressure from XTXP, I think.
Okay.
Else can we pick up Matthias is right on the back of Giannis Correas. So this is actually Gross Jeans.
Oh, okay. So JQ, or not JQ, yeah, Grosjean, so you're correct.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused with all these name changes.
DRS on Giannis Correas, but he's too far back, I think, to make a move here. They've fallen a little bit from the top 5 there. There's about 2 seconds from Giannis Correas to X Crystals. Yeah, the top 5 are just basically running away with this when the DRS train led by Motocrosser at the front of the field.
Yeah,
and it's still clear skies, by the way.
I wonder if Tiro
so
doesn't have any damage. I'm surprised that he's actually a bit off the pace. If I look at the timings, I'm sure he must be having some damage here.
I think the problem for Terror was that he had didn't have the greatest of starts, and if you don't get DRS on this track, it's so hard to keep up.
Yeah, he doesn't have any visible damage. So I wonder if there's something. Oh, as Radios gets the first 3-second penalty on only lap 7, with all 29 laps to go.
Straight away as well.
Alright, so any other close battles? Oh, we have Bonjon right at the back, looking to pass Futuristic. The two McLaren swapping, are they? Yeah, they're swapping around. That's how you enter the pits. That's exactly how you do it. You commit early, stay within the lines, and you go into the pits. Nicely done, Mr. Futuristic.
Berno made a move on Radios there, and he's gonna make the stick, I think. Radios has DRS, and is he gonna try to send something? No. Stays back, so Inferno picks up P12. And Ocean Chief is actually in a pretty good position here, like along with No Threats and Darrow, with those mediums.
I wonder if those mediums will get to the rain window. That's probably why they went for it.
I would expect so, at least. It's sort of the same what was that race that Ocean Chief did earlier this week? 2 SRL Tier 3, I think, where it started raining about 20 laps into the race.
That's correct.
Yeah, just Terror is now finally in DRS range of the guys ahead, and they're actually fighting up ahead there, and I think Ross Jeans is gonna pick up P6 from Giannis Correas.
Oh, it's not. XTP loses it on the exit of turn 1. Just too early on the power, and gone he goes. Let's have another look at that. I'm keen to use my replay function for a while. I haven't done it lately. He just went on to the throttle a little bit too early, and he loses it, as you can see on the replay. Just be very
too
careful.
much curb there on the...
I was gonna say, if you must be very careful if you go onto the curb. That's what happens. Anyway, so back to the action. Been there, done that.
I think there's a little bit of a gap now. I think Keyboard Magnussen is gonna pit here this lap actually. Yes, from P3, so he's had enough of those softs. Keyboard actually making that tire wear a little bit more difficult for him. So he's probably gonna go to the mediums.
Yeah, but look at how nicely JQR is hanging onto the back of Motocross. So he's just chilling behind him to charge up his battery. I mean, he's got a whole 89% battery in comparison with Motocross. Has got about say 70 now. Yeah, he's got 70. JQR now got 100
behind them. Yeah, Granat Joran behind them completely out of battery, so he's gonna struggle to catch up back to that DRS train.
Yeah, he's using everything he can possibly to try and get back into the DRS window, but yeah. I mean, the two in the front are doing a good job.
They should know, well, if they knew the gaps, but yeah, I think he's gonna get back to DRS this lap, so yeah, just good pace on those softs.
Runners managing the pace well at the moment. They, I think if you're on soft, you can go to about like 13 or 14, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, or even a bit longer than that if you really need to extend it for the rain or something like that.
Yeah, Asteria goes into the pits, also nicely done. Going in the right way, stay within the lines and into the pits safely.
A bit surprised he's gonna pit
so
at
early.
this point.
I wonder if he's not going for hards. Or maybe a set of mediums.
Yeah, or if the rain is still so far, he's gonna go for another set of softs. So the rain is maybe about 10 minutes away or something like that.
That's also a possibility. Let's see what he puts on. He goes for another set of softs. That you're correct. Yeah, good call. Experience right there.
Ocean Chief actually right on the back of Darrow 5G now, so that's a battle.
Alright, let's see if he still knows how to do it. Show us, Mr. Chief. How do we pass an Alfa Romeo on Austria?
Chief trying to overtake his old team.
His tire goes completely wide onto the grass, and Chief gets an easy pass. Easier than that, you couldn't have given it. Yeah, I don't know what. I think he's got a lot of understeer or something. He nearly lost the rear, and he tried to correct the steer, like they call it, and he went onto the grass. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, it's too late for the replay now. Infernocoy gets a 3-second penalty for abusing the track limits.
Quick look at the leaders there. Motocrosser has 1 warning, JQR has a penalty, and Granat Joran has a penalty as well.
Crystal's exiting the pits on a fresh set of mediums, so guys are running different strats. I wonder if there's something they know that we don't. I mean, we are expecting rain within probably the next 10 minutes, run about lap 20, if it's even that far.
Yeah, I'm just following Terror Incognita here, who is in a bit of a awkward position. He's about 3 seconds away from the next car and once again out of DRS, so it's not the strategy.
Yeah, he's not getting
completely gone his way.
Yeah, he's not getting all the luck he can get at the moment, so but he's got the pace. Sure, he can make something work of this.
Yeah, and Terror is really good in the rain, so I'll be interested to see what he can do there. And it's getting a bit darker, by the way, Wimpy, so look
I
at
can see that on stream as well.
Guys.
I was thinking for a minute what the hell's going on with my graphics, and I realized no, it's actually just dark.
Yeah.
So it's possible we're looking at rain within the next 5 laps, for sure.
I think the leaders are just gonna try to extend their stint now and get to that rain.
Yeah.
And I have Flesh River saying 5 minutes ago that rain is coming in 5 minutes. By the way, I just missed that message earlier, so it should be coming right about now, I guess.
Yeah, that's why Tero went for that second set of softs. But I wonder why did he do that, because he could have stayed out on the softs till the rain came. very strange call.
Maybe pad tire where it's just
Probably.
too much.
Yeah, I remember. Now that you mentioned that. But look at Jake, you are still very close to the back of Motocrosser. You can see the guys are taking it really slow around the track now. Those tires are on the edge of the cliff.
Pro again taking that strange line into that, and Keyboard Magnussen, is he gonna go round the outside into turn 7? And he is. So how did he make that move on Keyboard? He's gonna round the outside in the middle of the track to overtake a car, and I would struggle to do that on a wheel.
Yeah. I don't know. Keyboard warrior at his best.
Yeah, and nice to see he's gonna chase down Ocean Chief now. 2.6 seconds to Chief. Radius 3 seconds. I think that's second penalty for Radius.
Yeah.
X Crystals, has he had a problem? Because he's... What's happened to X Crystals?
Yeah, I don't know. Terror just went around the outside of him in turn 1. Wonder what was up. He's coming back at the Terror now on the inside. Why would he challenge his teammate if he knows his teammate is on a faster tire? That is not the best.
Yeah.
No, Crystals, come on, dude. That is your teammate, buddy. Oh, it's starting to rain on stream. I can see it.
Yeah.
I see raindrops.
Yes, I see raindrops.
Here we go.
Now let's see how fast it actually comes in. And, yeah, the leaders have made the right call by staying out, I think.
Yeah, sometimes it's touch and go. You can't always believe what Jeff tells you.
Yep. See how fast this actually becomes inters, or
Yes,
don't
Terror is now
think it's
all over
gonna
the
be straight to full wets.
Yeah, Terror is now all over the back of Radios looking for a way past, but you can see the level of grip has just disappeared completely. Oh yes, Radios just goes completely wide. That's definitely a warning for him. As Timo goes for the inside line into turn 1, very dangerous to do this move. But he makes it stick, and away he goes. He's lost it! Timo has lost it! Oh my word! What has happened?
Terror, you said Timo, but...
Oh, sorry, Terror has lost it, no! What
it's just too much power on the exit curve there, and I think the conditions are going very bad right now.
Let's have another look at that. Yeah, it's just the track, the grip level is
Virtual
just
safety car as well.
Wow, damn it, man! You can see that in turn 1, he's just lost it. I had Timo on my mind there for a minute. If Timo was in chat now, he said, "Hey."
Yeah, it's just so easy. I think the conditions have gone really
That is so
now.
unlucky. That is so unlucky. This is
Leaders into the pits.
Yeah.
I think everybody is gonna go for inters now.
perfect opportunity to do so. Oh no, Timo. Yeah, Chris, I get that one. We all know Timo is my rival in tier 2. That's why his name is stuck in my head. Whenever I'm always on track and I'm struggling, all Ice tells me says, I just want to tell you that Timo is the next car up ahead, so maybe that will motivate you to go faster. And it normally does.
A motocrosser keeps his lead in the pit lane.
Oh, how unlucky for Terror, man.
No threats didn't pit yet, and I think that is the wrong call. Look at how wet it is already. He's gonna... Oh, he can't really...
They should definitely pit for Inters, man. Definitely.
Yeah, I wonder why he didn't pit, because he's gonna lose a... Look at that, he doesn't have any grip at all. He's getting wheel spin in 7th gear.
Gee. Everybody putting on the dries now. Ooh, almost a Red Bull going sideways in the pit lane.
And I think the big winner here is Ocean Chief in P6.
Yeah,
He's
and
really made this work.
Motocrosser.
And he's gonna be in P5, isn't he? Because No Threats is gonna...
He's gonna have to pit. He's gonna have to pit. Yeah, and he's about 15 seconds adrift from Chief. It's not enough for him to come out in front of Chief. He better pit quickly, otherwise he's gonna end up right at the back of the grid. It's 2 guys on full wets, man. Did you see that? The track is very wet though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at what Kebab's lap times are, but I think it's... Wonder if it's gonna be straight into full wets, because it's raining pretty hard at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I wonder if those guys didn't make the right call. This is kind of what happened with me last season, if I can remember. I went in early on the wets, where everybody else went on the inters, and it actually worked. I gained a few positions, but just couldn't get to the end.
And No Threats has lost like 12 seconds this lap to the leaders by not pitting, so he's gonna fall pretty far away.
Yeah, it's green again. But now No Threats has definitely missed out big time. He would be able probably kick himself for that, but
Probably behind Inferno Koi, I think.
Yeah, as Keyboard Magnussen is after Ocean Chief into turn 1. That was beautifully judged by some of the guys. Flo gets another 3 seconds penalty. But is Keyboard Magnussen going to go for the dive down in the inside in the hairpin? No, he's backing out very early. He knows both of these two guys running no assist. Unbelievable how he can do it with a keyboard running no assist. I can't even do it with a damn wheel.
It's medium TC, but yeah, that's kind of
So,
given. You can't really.
Futuristic 3 seconds penalty.
Yeah, and Chief trying to defend from keyboard here. We're trying to find everywhere around Chief, and is he gonna make it into this turn 7? No.
Chief has just parked it in the middle of the track. He can't get anywhere.
And we know how hard a racer heart says. Chief is really struggling on those inters at the moment. That's what it looks like.
Keyboard nearly lost it on the exit. He was too greedy to go for the gap. He just needs to be a little bit more patient, yeah. Chief is struggling big time on those inters, man. I think this is wet weather, to be honest. This must be wet weather. Let's have a look at the wet runners and see what their lap times are like.
Still losing a little bit of time onto the other guys, so. But I think at this rate it's gonna be wet in a couple of laps.
Yeah, this is very, very difficult to see what's going on screen with all this rain coming down. Yes, Keyboard's now really close to the back of Ocean Chief. He's gonna go for the move on the inside. He's thinking about it, He's committed, he's going for it. He's made it stuck. Wow, nice move. In that weather, not easy. Am I seeing some sun coming out again?
And yeah, I'm just trying to see. It looks a little bit lighter maybe in the horizon.
Jeez, this is gonna be shocking if it stops raining. It looks like it's easing up. So those wet runners, they took a gamble and it didn't pay off. Sector 3 yellow flag. Who's on Sector 3?
I don't think it's... Or maybe, was it one of the McLarens who had an issue? No, I guess it's just Bayarn pitting. So, yeah.
Must have had a spun or something.
Bayarn pitting away from those wets now, so the wets are definitely slower at this point at least.
Yeah.
And yeah, the McLarens aren't having the best of races today.
Yeah, Giannis Guerrilla is now charging up towards Ocean Chief. It's not looking too bright for Ocean at the moment on those inters, but I know the feeling it's not easy. I've done a couple of wet laps early in the week, and it's very, very difficult. I think my best was like a 1:14 or something. 2 seconds off one of the faster guys.
Chief just needs to hang on to this toe from Keyboard Magnussen. But his Chief is still in a good position for some points here.
Yeah.
Trying to see what else we can
safety car, just to bunch up everybody again.
The moto as well.
Yeah, he's got the gap down from 1.2 to 8/10s now, so he's already catching him. But look at Giannis Guerrilla, is very getting closer and closer to Chief.
He just needs to find that way through. Chief is really struggling a little bit, I think, on these inters at the moment. He's dropped a second from Keyboard now. Giannis Correa is so much faster in the penultimate corner there than Chief, but
he actually had to lift off in that last corner, not to hit Chief. Wow.
Yeah. So Chief struggling a little bit in the wet conditions today, but still hanging on to that P6. And I'm just gonna have a look at the penalty situation for those people around Chief. Keyboard doesn't have a penalty, Chief does not have a penalty. Giannis Correa does not have a penalty, so yeah, it's race to the line for these guys.
So
another
one driver
battle for
was on the wet.
P9.
One driver that was on the wet is now gone to the inter, so it's definitely not working. The wet's not wet enough. It looked like it in the beginning, but now it's kind of the rain is getting how can I say, consistently the same.
Really difficult to say. Is it raining heavier? It looks pretty heavy at the moment, but it's really difficult to say. Kebab
right.
is still losing time on those wets.
Yeah. It's probably right on the edge of the crossover, but not there yet.
Just holding up Giannis Correa's big time here in Sector 3 once again. Giannis is gonna pit. Is he gonna go for the wets now? Is it time?
I don't know. It seems like it's very close, to be honest.
I don't think he has damage at least, so he's probably going for the wets here and trying some sort of a gamble here because yeah, and I kind of like this kind of thinking. If it's somebody else behind him pits as well,
Yeah,
Darrow and
wets.
Inferno.
Everybody getting wets.
Yeah, everybody's putting wets on now.
Interesting call. I was thinking it must be right on the crossover because the amount of water coming down, it's about ready for it, I would say.
The gap, like Motocrosser and JQR had just completely run away with this race. 5 seconds to Granadier down in P3, and then Matthias Groschins in P4, 10 seconds away, and Keyboard another 10 seconds away from him. So very, very big gaps at the moment.
Yeah, it's XTXP trying to hang on to the back of
Clears
Giannis
by the way.
Oh. Interesting.
So they're gonna go for wets as well.
After only 5 laps they're going for wets, they're probably gonna go to the end from here. They should be able to.
Yeah.
Interesting call.
Yeah, Moto is gonna hold on to that lead. I think JQR got held up a little bit there behind Motocrosser, so...
I wonder if Chief is gonna gamble it. What do you think?
Yeah, he's pitting.
No, he's spinning. Okay, so he's following the leaders.
It's definitely the time. Keyboard Magnusson stays out.
As Giannis Correa is now all over the back of Bowman, going into the second last corner, tries to go around the outside. Will Bowman commit to pitting? He does. He's committed to pitting. Nice and safe driving there by both guys.
Just following these gaps here, and those wets have started gaining massively on the inters because Kebab is gained about 2 seconds on Hammer.
Yeah, pretty much almost everybody now diving for that wets. So it's the crossover.
Keyboard and Crystal stayed out, so they're gonna lose some time here, I think.
Yeah, they should have gone for it. It's difficult. It's easy to say now, but when you're in that car and you feel all the car's handling and you say it to yourself, well, it's not bad yet. You can still control it, but in the meanwhile, everybody else around you goes for the faster tire, which you don't know if you don't have a crew chief. So I know the feeling, man. It's tough for you that's in the car.
Raining very hard at the moment. Look at this.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they will be using Jeff.
So I'm sure X-Crystals and Keyboard are gonna pit this lap. Fairly sure about that.
Why is our chat so quiet? What's happening?
We have 23 viewers, but maybe they're being moderated by Pretorius and Danny.
Possibly. As we have Keyboard Magnusson now in the pits for some wet tires.
X-Crystals as well, so yeah. Those last guys on the inters are diving in.
Yeah, everybody going into the pits now. Ocean Chief now P8. Did he make a mistake? Oh, he pitted, that's right. So, but the guys in front of him. Oh, there we go. The chat is live again.
Should get both of these.
Chat is live again. I thought everybody's been falling asleep with this boring race. It's definitely not boring, man. Come on. It's wet. How can it be boring?
Oh. Keyboard Magnusson right on the back of Giannis Correas into turn 3. Oh my word, they almost touch each other on the straight, but Keyboard has to stand back for this one, I think.
Yeah, that was very close. I saw that just for a minute there as I crossed to them. It could have been very, very bad for both of them. Keyboard again.
Chief's lost 1 position here, did he?
Yeah, but yeah, due to the pit. I wonder who did he lose it to? Oh, Giannis Correas.
It's Giannis Correas,
yeah. He undercutted him on the wedge, that's why.
Yes, that's true.
This shows you the pace difference. But look how much it's raining, man. I can barely see the car on the screen in front of him.
Very wet at the moment.
I just hope it's not raining tomorrow in Austria, because I personally am not very good in the wet.
And actually mind some rain on Saturday in Tier 1. If I drive, I'm not sure if I will, but we'll see. Generally not too bad in the wet, I think, but yeah, well, the Ocean Chief
says
finally unbanned.
Alright, so this is go kebab. Oh yes, I banned all.
And Flo has decided to stay out on those inters, but he's definitely losing a lot of time.
Yeah. I'm just looking at some of the reserves that got an opportunity to prove themselves tonight in the form of Granat. He's done a pretty good job so far. He's been running P3 from almost the start of the race, if I'm not mistaken. And he's managed to hang in right there.
15 seconds behind him as well.
Yeah, they didn't pull away from him. He's only 5 seconds adrift from the 2 leaders, but good job to him. Good job. I think it's pretty good, pretty nicely done so far. And then who's the other guy that we were
Definitely.
having a debate about? X Crystals, he's doing well. And
He's
Flo.
maybe not made the best strategy goals today, so that's why he's lost some pace, because he was also up there in this leading pack.
Yeah, but it's good to see some. Sorry, it's good to see some competitive racing up in the front, and it's not always just one or two guys running away from the race. It's I would say it's
Third
almost kind
reserve,
of
by
like
the
the
way.
F2 racing, where there's always almost every week a different winner, which is nice. That's what we all want to see.
Reserve, Wimpy? I forgot about it. It's
Say again?
who is the third reserve today? I kind of forgot about
It's
that.
Floor, Granite,
yes,
and X
yeah.
Crystal. Yeah. All doing pretty
Yeah,
well,
Flo.
not too bad. Floor
Flo
is
really
just-
struggling on those inters though.
Yeah, if you should put now, you'll probably come out in P18.
Probably gonna get overtaken by Kebab pretty soon here. Oh, Kebab gets a bit slippy on the throttle there, and Bowman is actually gonna get run on Kebab here into turn 3. And he's gonna make it stick, I think, around the outside. That's a pretty good move from Bowman.
Bowman.
And Bowman actually gonna make a move on Flo as well, because Flo just doesn't get any traction at all on those inters out of that corner. Deploys absolutely everything he has, but yeah, it's not gonna be enough, I think.
Ooh, slight contact between the two of them. Must be very
bit of a
careful on
lump.
those inters. It's very, very slippery now. I wonder if he's gonna try and push it to the end. I don't think he will be able to get there, to be honest.
Just lost so much time on those inters now that it's, yeah, he definitely should have pitted a few laps ago.
Yeah.
Can we pick up here? Ocean Chief has actually caught up a
sorry,
little bit.
Kebab
back
going.
to-
Was thinking on a move on Floor with the second last corner, but he's probably gonna line him up now for the main straight or the back straight. Let's see what's happening. Kebab lining him up, going for it. This is the
DXB
Kebab's
right behind him as
debut
well.
race, so by the way, we never mentioned this. And he's going for the move on the inside. Turn 1 makes it stick. He does. Oh, this is Force India coming through as well. I mean, the Racing Point, correction. I keep on saying Force India. What's going on with me? It's been 2 years already.
Force India or whatever it's called, and XTXP
Yeah, it's
is gonna
big
actually make a move on Kebab as well. On the inside. I think he might be, I don't know if he's gonna get who's gonna get better traction out of here.
But,
Oh, no! Kebab
what
gets
happened,
a big time
Kebab?
slapper there.
Oh, he
Just
lost it
lost
under
traction.
traction. Unlucky for him. Let's see what happened
Aye,
there.
aye, aye.
Replay. Let's abuse the replay. Here we go,
Just
here we go,
gets
here
a
we go.
big tank slapper on the exit there.
That's what happened. It seems like he lost traction at the exit of the airpin.
Yeah.
But he
yeah,
was quite a long
definitely.
way down the straight already when that happened. It just shows you how damn wet it is, man. Look at that. Oh my word.
It's raining even harder if I look at this.
Crazy. It's very bad. All right. I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? I can't even remember now.
Virtual safety car, what is that for?
Ooh,
Could it be the debris on track or what? Because I don't really see anybody off at the moment.
don't see anything happening.
Maybe it's just the debris that was from Kebab's car.
Yeah. But look at how close keyboard is to the back of Kiana's careers.
And Ocean Chief's right behind them as well.
Ooh.
He's okay, but now that I say that, Ocean made a mistake, and let's hope somebody's yelling him Delta in his ears. Because Chief is notorious for getting those drive-through penalties under the safety car VSC.
Two drivers that we actually forgot to mention right in the start, who's making their debut today as Tier 3 drivers, is in the form of Kebab and XTXP, of course. Both these guys got their permanent seats handed to them earlier in the week. I think it was on Monday. So yeah, they are officially now Tier 3 and making the debut as permanent drivers. So good on them. They're right in the mix. They trying. It's difficult conditions. Yes, we know. But and then there's
One
also
guy I wanted to... Yeah, go for it, Wimps.
so
We have yellow flag in Sector 3. Is that's no threat.
oh,
He's around.
where is no
And
switch?
I
Over
think
in
he
the
has
back.
damage as well. Let's see.
No, not
No, he
yeah.
doesn't actually.
Probably just lost it on traction.
Yeah, really struggling with those tires now.
Everybody now on wets. As we approach the last, what is it, 9 laps?
About. Just having a look here. Terror has had a he's in a good pace early in the race, but I wonder if we missed some kind of an incident from him because he's down in P14. So Terror last time around in France was on the podium, but today down in
very
P14.
wet out there at the moment. Ice very wet.
Yep, definitely. And I'm just trying to have a look who is the closest battle on track is probably Bowman versus No Threats.
Sunny trying to buy Ocean Chief a drive of the day again today. P16 to P7, come on man. Can't be taking drive of the day every week. Of course it's possible.
Yeah, Chief is definitely the
man on the move.
Biggest gainer today, 9 positions. Not doing too well either. Darrow is 4 seconds from him. Chief is trying to hang on to the back of Keyboard Magnussen. But yeah, it's like the only fight on track at the moment is Bowman versus No Threats for P11.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on as well.
Yeah, it's like Terror versus XTXP and Bowman versus No Threats. And then we have, well, JQR is about 1 second away from Motocrosser, but he seems to be unable to close that gap any more than that.
Yeah.
So some penalties. I'm just gonna have a quick look at the leaders once again.
I'm just
so
wondering...
Motocrosser has only 1 warning. JQR has a penalty, so that's going Motocrosser's way at the moment. And yeah, let's see if he can hold on to that.
Do you think the FIA would be investigating some false practice starts, not in the designated areas around?
I didn't see any Mercedes drivers doing that this time around, at least.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm sure they don't have to investigate because the race is interesting enough as it is. You don't have to try and hold someone back like this. We're memeing big time. Oh, we have a Red Bull off its floor.
Aye. So Flaw, who has pitted actually for those, finally for those wets, but it's down in P18, so...
Yeah, it's very difficult out there, ladies and gentlemen. Not easy.
X-Crystal's right on the back of Darrow 5G. Is he actually gonna make a move? Yes, he is into turn 3. Wow, I just jumped there, so... Yeah, so... I wonder what happened there. I didn't see him so close behind, but yeah, he's before, but he's up to P8 now.
Yeah, everybody's getting spread out at the moment.
Does Darrow have damage? Because he seems to have lost a lot of time. Oh, he's offline. He's been offline.
Oh, so it's the AI driving.
Yeah, because I was wondering why he had lost like 10 seconds to Ocean Chief.
Alright, so here we go. Terror on the back of XTXP. Something's happening here. Terror been having a quiet race today. Not. Oh, his Ocean Chief gets a 3-second penalty. That might be huge towards the end. That might be huge. I think Keyboard also has one, doesn't he?
He has 2 warnings only.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna have a look. X Crystals has 1 penalty as well, so. Yeah.
Yeah, as
my intervals are gone.
Mine too.
I
was gonna say the same. We have a bug. Something's broken. There's only 2 transponders in all these cars. Oh, they're coming back to work now. As the cars goes over the line or something. I don't know what's happening here. Let's try and switch this around to the leader. Oh,
Trevor asking for Darrow's penalties, and Darrow has 3 penalties, 9 seconds.
Don't know what's up with these intervals. It's completely broken at the moment. The game's almost done for the year, and we're still struggling to get bugs sorted out. Unbelievable.
Probably gonna dead across the line now, so yeah. Dragon is only 0.8 behind Motocrosser now.
Yeah. Intervals coming back slowly but surely. Terror trying very hard to get closer and closer to the back of XTXP, but yeah, ooh, as he locks up both front wheels. It's remember this guy's doing no assist on the pad, and that's one of the most challenging things I think to do in an F1 race. Go and try and drive a pad on no assist. Not easy.
And be as fast as he is with that as well, so.
I couldn't even drive on a pad with assist, and he does it without. For a man that's always been driving on a wheel.
Yeah, Terror doing unfortunately down in P14 for him. I don't know if you missed an incident from him because he was in the points early in the race. So
think it was the time when he spun turn 1, remember, on the exit? When you had to pit again, broken wing.
Yes, now that you remind me, because you know this is how good my memory is. You're right. Keyboard has had a little bit of a problem. Chief is actually right on the back of Keyboard now.
Yes, we have a supporter for Goron. Let's go, Goron, says Tobolito91. Welcome to the chat, sir. Good to have you around. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. We bring you a lot of action through the week. Every day of the week we have a race being broadcasted live by different broadcasters and streamers. Every race. It's not everybody that can do it like that. It's only being made possible by EGL, which is combined by 2 SRL and SLR, of course, making one big and great team to be able to bring you all this action live on the Ultimate Racing channel. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Grab some popcorn, snacks and enjoy the show.
4 laps to go, Wimpy. Or 4.5, I guess.
Oh, as the Radios Williams gets a little bit sideways on the exit of that corner. Floor now coming back strongly at Radios. Does he have a... Oh yeah, he's got 4 lap spacious tires on there.
3 seconds as well.
Yeah, there's not much any other action going on except for Ocean Chief is really close to the back of Keyboard now.
Yeah, I think Keyboard is maybe hitting a kind of a limit on those tires with the Keyboard. You get quite high tire wear, and maybe and it's Chief's only lifeline here to try to push Keyboard into a mistake, maybe. But it's not easy to do. We know how hard a racer hard size. One of the most difficult guys to overtake, I would say, and that's speaking from experience.
It seems like Ocean's found his pace back a little bit. He's holding out there quite nicely at the moment.
Yeah, Dragon trying to maybe put pressure on Motocrosser toward the end of the race here. It's his only chance. Dragon has 3 seconds. Motocrosser doesn't have anything yet.
Alright chat, let us know, what do you guys think is driver of the day today? Help us out. It's been a quite, I wouldn't say straightforward race, but an even performance by a lot of guys. There's not much really a standout driver, I would say. Maybe 1 or 2 like Chief that gained a lot of positions, and the other one was, who was the other one? Inferno, was it? I can't even remember that. I mean, there hasn't been really outstanding performances. Nothing to brag about, to be honest. So help us out on chat. Who do you guys think? Come on.
I see some Swedish in chat. I think the moderators have some work to do.
Ooh.
No. Swedish is okay.
Pretoria says core snappers the verve. Got no idea what it means.
He's saying he wants somebody to drive the fastest lap of the race.
Jeez. He says that in only 3 words. What the hell?
Yeah.
He says again, Guten Tag, Tevo Linden. Like, Guten Tag, Tevo Linden. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. A South African trying to speak, what is it, Swedish? What language am I
making another case for Ocean Chief driver of the day.
No, yeah. Sunny's getting paid to spam Ocean Chief's name in chat for some reason.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. This has to be some kind of PayPal transaction going on in the background.
Yeah, Ocean Chief now really close to the back of Keyboard, but it seems like he can't get going out of the hairpin. He was so slow on the throttle there for a minute. I thought something went wrong. Oh, as he locks up both front wheels. But the leaders are still about 1 second apart from each other, and this is almost the closest battle except for Terra coming really close to the back of XTXP now. There's a 3-car battle, 4-car battle actually going on. This is where all the action is at the moment. Come on guys, 2 more laps. Let us know. Driver of the day now in chat, please. We need your help on this one. Not easy. I personally
Moto
don't
needs
even
to bring it home. Only 1.5 laps for him to go.
I reckon I would give it to Moto as this. It would be his first win. If he can pull it off. I don't want to jinx him. I'm gonna kick myself if I jinx him.
We'll see in 1.5 laps, but I think I would at the moment agree with his first win.
Yep. And
in SLR, did he win last season? I'm not sure.
I don't know, I can't remember. But he's been a fast boy all the time. As XTXP is now all over the back of Bowman. Oh, where did I go with the camera? Here we go. Now Terra is trying to put some pressure on the XTXP now as well. Is it all going to happen on the last lap? Here we go, starting the last lap, going out of the last corner onto the straight for the very last time and the 36th time in this race. Of which about, I think, probably 50%, no, not even 50, it's about 40% of this race was in full wet weather. XTXP.
And the final lap of the race went by the leaders.
Yeah. I'm just keeping an eye on the three-way battle. Just let me know if you spot something as XTXP going for the move on the inside of the hairpin of Bowman. So you're going to make it stick. He's on the inside. He's got the better position in the corner, but it's Bowman still on the outside. There's still contact between the two of them. Terra right behind the two of them, waiting for a mistake to happen. Terra trying to go for the outside. Now he goes to the inside. Wow, a lot of switching going on at the moment. This is good racing. Terra's
just behind them actually on track. On
as
the final
now,
lap of the race.
McLaren diving towards the inside. Was that the leader? No, it's not.
No.
Just the McLaren being lapped or coasted. What's up with this car? One's on. He's being lapped. Unlapping himself. But yeah, as Terra still fighting with Bowman, I think that broke his concentration a bit as Motocrosser goes around the last corner of into the last corner of this race. Oh, it's the leaders are right behind them. I see now what you're saying, yeah. But Motocrosser exits the last corner and takes his very first win for the Season 5 in SLR in Austria. Well done to Motocrosser for taking, I think, pole position and leading all the laps in this race, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is definitely, for me, a drive of the day performance, except for Ocean Chief gaining a lot of positions and also Inferno Koi, but my vote goes definitely to Motocrosser, man.
And behind them, JQR in second.
Just want to focus on this battle that we were focusing on earlier with Terra. Oh, he actually managed to get past Bowman. How did we miss that? Bowman are trying to fight back at Terra. But I think that, yeah, they're about in the middle of the sector 2 as we get the ref limiter bug. I hate that. I so desperately want to go on board, but that ref limiter bug is driving me crazy. That McLaren is still hanging in there, man. What the hell? But look at Hammer now also joining in on the party. Terra has created a gap for himself by almost 1 second, so he's definitely done what he needed to do on the last lap. Taking P13, he didn't have the best of races as the McLaren goes towards the inside of the pit lane. Not sure what happened there. But Bowman comes home in 14 behind Terra with Hammer P15. Hammer had a good race in the beginning, and I think he fell out with some incidents.
Contact with guys, yeah.
A good race. I think it was a pretty good race. Not too boring. Lots of action as the game gives Mr. Chief. At least he gets something out of the race.
Yes, indeed, but Motocrosser celebrating there on the podium for his first. I wonder if this is maiden victory in SLR. I would have to check that, but at least his maiden victory this season.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
And
we get him
he's
in
actually gonna, he's actually gonna take the championship lead as well. I think with this result. So
that's correct. You are correct. He was only 5 points behind JQR.
By 1 point.
Wow.
I think.
Well, there you have it. Motocrosser P1, JQR P2, and our reserve Granat Coron P3. Great performance from him as well for his debut in Tier 3 today. So, and as Grosjean comes home in P4, also another championship contender, currently P. I wonder if he's now moving down to P3 in the championship or P2. I think he's P3 still, yeah.
He'll be P3 still. He was
JQR moves to P2 and Motocrosser takes the championship lead now. By I think 1 point, like you said. So Giannis Correa's P5, Keyboard P6, Ocean Chief bringing home some valuable points in P7. X-Crystal, so other reserve, comes home in P8, Inferno Koi P9, and the last point for the top 10 goes to Mr. No Threats. Which brings us now, of course, to our interview channel.
Not a bad result from No Threats either. He's struggled a lot this season, but manages to, I think, get the second podium. I mean, points finishing position this season.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
let's get a Motocrosser. I wonder if he's got a mic. I hope he's got one. Would love to speak to him. Do you agree with me on the vote
Wonder
there?
if we're gonna get him in. I don't think so, but
Ping him, ping him, ping him.
I'll try, but let's see. Just maybe we're gonna get somebody else in between, but
All right, let's see who can put in so long. All right. Beam me up. Whoa, we got a whole list here. Let's get Terry.
Yeah, I was just thinking who is the highest finisher there? Maybe Ocean Chief.
All right, get him in.
Yep, let's do that. So maybe hopefully he's saying something really rude right now. And yada, there we go. Mr. Ocean Chief, you are live on EGL, joining me and Wimpy here in the commentary box. P7 today? Not too bad.
Yeah, I'll take it. Definitely.
I think sounds like Kimmy there, short and sweet.
Yeah, well, once I get going, you'll not shut me up. Tier 3, I did 2 SRL Tier 3, and it was pretty much, well, not identical, but similar conditions, I would say. So I kind of knew what my strat was: medium, enders, wets, and I knew just had to get the timing right. So that was the tricky part, trying to time it, because the rain came on pretty fast, but Jeff was offering me enters, but it didn't look wet enough. But I saw other people going in for enters, so I thought, yeah, I'll just go for it. It looks like it is getting pretty moist out here, so I put the enters on, and then I just waited until I got Jeff telling me to put wets on, and I just did what Jeff told me, basically. And yeah, I picked up a bit annoyed. I picked up a penalty there. It was a bit stupid. I was just kind of like losing my focus and cutting corners. I think without that penalty, I would have got keyboard, sorry. At the end, but P7, considering my run of results in Tier 3, I will take it. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, solid performance from you, man. Especially in the start of the race, you had a pretty good start, and then when the rain started coming down, you all of a sudden went P6 from nowhere, and then we started following you around and keeping an eye on you, and you were pretty much staying there consistently the whole time. You were struggling in the beginning on the Inters, definitely. We could see how you were struggling. You were just being swamped by drivers, and then you slowly crawled your way back in there. But I think, yeah, well deserved P7, taking home some good points. Yeah, good on you, man.
Thank you. I just want to dedicate this one to Flesh River. Without his crew chief in tonight, I would have been wouldn't have got those points. So Flesh, if you're listening to me, man, this one's for you. I couldn't have done without your advice on this one.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Some love right there.
Well, it's backhanded compliment because he actually buggered off, so he did. we split the team up. There was like 6 or 7 in the crew chief channel, so they split it up. I got Pretorius, so I was happy enough with that.
I see.
Yeah, but I mean, I think, overall, I'm happy with the points, but I think it was the strategy really that got me. It wasn't off pace, because I love this track, but I don't have pace on it. I don't have the confidence to go fast enough.
I know the feeling. I love the track, but I'm not getting anywhere on it. But a good track.
But is it good for you then, Chief? Because like, as you said earlier, and I also picked it up in the commentary, you had 2 almost identical races on this track, like dry start, and then it turns later and rain into, or even heavy rain today. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like you guys said. It takes me a while just to get up to speed. So like where other guys, they seem to be on it from the get go. I take a while. I take about 2 or 3 laps to get my confidence up, and then I'm like, okay, right, I found my pace. But yeah, I don't think I had pace today. Like even on the wets, like I was just about keeping in with keyboard, but I wasn't confident at all. Like that turn 2/3, that one there was like make or break every lap. It was like make or break. I would gain time if I did it right, and then if I didn't gain time, or if I didn't get it right, I wouldn't gain time on keyboard. So it's kind of yo-yoing, and I knew that wet conditions. If I just keep it on track, I had a big gap behind me. I just I just tried to focus up and bring the car home. But I think it was just a strategy today. I don't think I have pace. So Silverstone is next week though. So I hope that goes well, because I do love that track.
One of my worst tracks, to be honest.
Did you catch any of those just two? Because we don't really have that many interviews waiting for us. I'm just gonna have to talk to you now. So we saw a lot of incidents like on the pit entry there. Did you see any of those on track, or? Because there
Yeah,
was a lot of dodgy
yeah.
stuff going on there.
I think it was just like miscommunication. Like I know there was a thing put out before the race about if you intend to pit, make sure you line up within those white lines to, to give the guy behind a wee bit of an indication you're going to pit. But it's just like a really bad spot, and I think it was I think Flaw and Hammer. I think Hammer had an issue previously, and then was going to pit, and then I think Flaw went into the back of him. And I think Hammer had put himself in the white lines, so he had indicated he did everything right. I think Flaw just was caught off guard then and got. That's the only incident I saw that was to do with the pits. But it was like it was very comical because I was watching like other people do the wrong strategy. Like I saw people, on softs. I was like, right, I'm probably going to get these guys. So that's good. And then I saw people pitting for wets, like straight from dry to wets. I was like, I'm going to get those guys. I saw a guy staying out on dries. I was like, I'm probably going to get those guys. So yeah, like I say, it was all about just not having the pace, but just getting the right strat and bringing it home.
All right. Well, sounds like you had a pretty entertaining race. On your own in the cockpit.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. There was a lot of people didn't have good races. Though, like I was in chat with Terror and Hammer.
He had
and
a terrible race, shame man.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, you could just feel the depression sinking in with those guys. So.
Yeah, it's not easy in the way on pad, especially if you're not running any assists.
Yeah, and if you have an incident early in the race, it's so hard, because of the level of competition. If you don't get a safety car, it's so hard to catch up and get back in the mix.
Yeah, that's surprised at me in the race that we haven't had one safety car. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and Terror had that moment out of turn one. Was it his own fault or was there contact? But I think he just lost it on traction.
Yeah, I think he
the one where he spun, he lost it on traction. He just went on the power too early. Yeah. I mean, it's so easy to lose it. Even I that's using a medium traction loses it easily on that exit. But anyway, we have 3 more guys to interview. I've seen those raiders also around now. Who would you like next? Ice?
I've got no threats in. He's actually in the antisocial lounge is apparently the new.
I catch you guys later.
All right. Chief.
Yeah, thanks.
Good
Chief.
race, man.
Let's get no threats in.
All right.
So, Mr. No Threats,
Hi.
Joining us live on myself, Icewind, and Wimpy. P10 for you today. Your second points finishing position this season. Are you happy with that?
No, I was frustrated that race. I could have done a lot better.
All right, so tell us your take on this race then.
Well, I knew the rain was coming. The plan was to get P11 on the qualifying, which I did perfectly. And I was going to go medium to the rain. But as the rain came down, the second to last corner, my car snapped and it kind of skid me straight off into the last corner, so I couldn't pit. And then I had to go around, and the rain came down really quick. And I lost so much time.
Yeah, it's especially on Austria. It's not easy on the rain, man. I've done a couple of laps on it earlier,
and then I was catching back up.
It's very tough
on the intermediates quite well, and then I lost it on the out of the S's. Well, not even on the S's, on the straight, on the S's. Because I wasn't paying attention like an idiot.
Were you involved in any of those incidents on the start?
Whereabouts on the start? On the first corner?
Yeah, there was a couple of wings flying around on, I think it was at the hairpin, mostly, where everybody broke so late and started to ramp each other into each other. We just saw wings flying.
I think I dodged all the issues.
Oh, okay. We couldn't figure out what was happening there and who was actually involved. I know there was a McLaren Ice that hit no, it was a Red Bull that hit a racing.
Yeah,
I remember now.
Bull, yeah.
It was Flaw. Was it Chief's teammate for tonight?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I think.
All right. Well, just hang in there, man. I know you've been going through a tough time at the moment. Myself and you chat a lot behind the scenes about some stuff, and man, just keep your head down. I know the feeling. I'm kind of in the same situation than you are in tier 2 at the moment. Getting all
Well, I
sorts
got
of
no penalties anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
I'm getting a lot of bad luck at the moment, and like Icewind always says, just head down, man, and go through it, work it away, practice. Like he says, just head down, shut up, and drive.
Yeah.
The famous words. So yeah, just hang in there, man. It will get better. It's already looking better for you, I must say. Incidents are getting less. Not your fault, but I mean, with your luck that you have with always being involved in them incidents, another feeling.
Oh, and that virtual safety car really screwed me over as well.
Yeah.
Because it hit me, it came off at the when I was on the second corner.
Okay.
And I was so bogged down, it just lost me like 5 seconds on Delta. It was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's how
Anyway.
How are you feeling about Silverstone next week?
It's a home race, so let's see.
Ooh. You like it? You love the track? Must be.
Yeah, kind of.
All right. Well, all the best of luck, man, and we hope we see some more points from you next week.
See you in a bit.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
And we have at least one more guy who wants an interview. Let's get Kebab in.
Yeah, let's get him in.
Hello, Kebab. Welcome to EGL with Icewind and Wimpy. You had an eventful race this time around. It was your first race in Tier 3 as well. How was that? Or as first race Tier 3 as a full-time driver anyway, right? So.
Yeah, first race as a full-time driver, yeah. It wasn't a debut I was hoping for, definitely not. But yeah, it was interesting. I learned a lot from my mistakes, I suppose. But yeah, once I did catch quite a few people on penalties at the very end. I went from 19th to 16th, so that's a bonus, I suppose. But yeah, I think my own mistakes cost me a bit there. I had a bit of an incident coming out of turn 3, lost the traction and bumped off XTXP. Thankfully, I didn't do anything to him, but it ruined my race. I had red wing damage and I had to pit. What else happened? I'm trying to think. What else? Yeah, I also made a mistake going onto the wet too early, but it turned out to be a genius move.
Yeah, you were catching people, but then you had that incident, so yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest race. I mean, there's some things that I can improve on. Definitely some mistakes I can kind of clear up a bit there. But rain really doesn't. I don't like the rain.
Looking forward to next week, Silverstone.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite tracks. I've got some pace there, I hope. And if fingers crossed, if it doesn't rain, I might get some points.
Oh no! Don't even go there. I can't even take maggots and bigots on a dry track. What about a wet track?
Yeah, I don't know how I would manage that.
That ain't gonna work, man. I mean, I'm praying already for no rain tomorrow night because I've seen what the rain does to Austria. It's just spoiling.
Yeah.
It's just spoiling what can be a even better race, you know. But
it can do, yeah. But a Silverstone's like even twice as bad because it's such a fast track.
No,
you know, like I don't think you rarely go under 100, like average speeds, like 150 miles an hour or something around that track.
You're literally drifting through maggots and bigots on a wet track.
Yeah, it's just luck whether or not you can catch it, basically.
Yeah. But anyway, well done, man. Welcome in Tier 3. I'm glad you're finally here with us. So let's hope for you that there's lots more points in the future for you in Tier 3 in the top 10. And hopefully within the season we still see you on the podium.
Yeah, that's going to be much more difficult in this tier, I think. I think just getting into points is a great race for me. Yeah. But I definitely need to be on my game to do anything well here. Which in tier 4, maybe if I had a crash, I could possibly do a recovery drive. But here, it seems that the field is so talented that if you do make a mistake, then that's it, race over. It's very difficult to get back into it. So I really need kind of which is why I came here. I really need to improve my consistency and find a little bit more pace as well, to be honest.
Yeah, good positive signs from Mr. Kebab. Love the attitude. Stay in there, man. Head down, like Ashwin says. Keep practicing. Head down. And the better times will come. The best moments still awaiting. So, but we'll
fingers crossed, as you say. Silverstone's definitely my favourite track of the whole calendar, so...
Yeah. Well, we hope to see you in the points next week again, even more points than today.
Yeah.
And then, hopefully your first podium soon.
Brilliant. Thanks.
Thanks, man. See you next week then. Anything from you further? Oh, sorry, man.
No, it's fine. I was just about to say like thanks and good luck, Kebab, in tier 3. So.
Yep. Good luck to both of you. Your cheers as well. Take care.
Thank you, man. Bye bye. All right, so that brings us to the end of the stream, Ice. But before we go, we have never confirmed and announced, I think, driver of the day, have we?
No, but I would have to say, I guess I agree with you that motocrosser is.
Oh yes, it's for sure. It's motocross is
It's
definitely
gonna
a
be the
driver of the
choice.
day. I have chatted with him, and it was indeed his maiden win in SLR Tier 3. So,
Okay. Yeah.
well deserved, man. Good race, especially in the conditions, whether it was dry or wet. He kept his head cool, head down, and he's.
But the next time he's gonna have to come for an interview, though, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give him a hard time about.
For sure, for sure. He said something about his mic or something, but that's an old excuse from everybody that doesn't want to talk on chat, man. Come on, if we can talk nonsense for an hour and a half, I'm sure you guys can spend just 5 minutes with us. For God's sake. Anyway, guys, and just one.
Finished with me or whatever, then yeah.
Yeah, and just one more thing is, I just want to send out some regards to a good old friend and a well-known driver in SLR at the moment, which is Joel. He's currently been taken up in hospital. He's not very well, so we wish him all the best of luck and hope that he recovers speedily or quickly. What's the word I'm looking for? So
speedy.
Hang in there, man.
Recovery.
Be strong, and we hope to see you back on the track very soon. You won't be racing, I believe, for this week, but yeah. So we are for you, man. We're thinking of you. So everybody out there, just keep your thoughts in Joel's direction. So, but yeah, we hope to see him back next week when he's all better. All right. On that note, Ice, will you take us to the schedule for the week? For the rest of the week?
Yes, indeed. So we still have plenty of racing to come on EGL over the weekend. We have SLR Tier 2 tomorrow with yours truly, Wimpy, I guess. Maybe. Are you driving tomorrow or not?
Oh,
I'm not.
God, don't even go there.
Oh, well, we'll see, I guess. So anyway, tier 2 tomorrow. And then on Saturday we have SLR Tier 1, the no assist tier, where I am maybe on track as well. And then on Sunday we still have 2 SRL Tier 2 and Tier 1. And yeah, those 4 races still to come on EGL. So plenty of racing to come. Please stay tuned on EGL tomorrow at 19 CE. Is it CEST or CET? Whatever.
CEST, I think it's still. I'm not sure when it's the crossover. Probably already. I don't know. It's very close though.
I'll say 19 CEST, and then Tier 1 is on 1820 CEST on Saturday, and then 2 SRL Tier 2 19 CEST on Sunday, and Tier 1 2 SRL on 9 o'clock on the evening. And
no, it's actually 6 and 8. Correction there.
Is it?
Tier 2 is on Sunday.
Yes, you're right, actually.
Tier 2 is at 6, and then Tier 1 is at 8 CEST.
Well, false news.
Yeah, but anyway, thanks for joining me tonight live on chat, Ice. It was a privilege doing comms with you. I always enjoy it with you on chat, man.
Yep.
And hope to see you back with me next week. Again, we'll see. Currently, it's a bit on and off for Tier 3 at the moment. We're struggling with some streamers and commentators. So if you think you have the talent to be able to become a commentator or even a streamer for EGL, pop one of the admins a message and we can take it from there and see what you can do. But until then, thank you for tuning in to this great broadcast, again brought to you by EGL, your ultimate racing channel, of course. We'll see you tomorrow night for Tier 2 at 7 CEST. Until then, good night.
Bye-bye.